Hi and welcome back to Arise Cake Creations. In this tutorial we'll be making real Swiss Meringue Buttercream. So if you've ever encountered any problems making this buttercream, if you follow my step-by-step instructions, you'll be making this light, fluffy, not sweet buttercream in no time. So let's get started. All of the information for this recipe, as always, is in the description box below. First, begin by separating the egg whites. Now make sure none of the egg yolk goes into the egg whites. This is a really important step. Cut your unsalted butter into sizes of about 2 centimeters. Now this will become really important when we add it to our meringue. If you live in a hot climate or your butter is too soft, then you could place it into your freezer first before cutting it into cubes. This buttercream is better made in a stand mixer. Now you can use a hand mixer, but it will be much harder to do. Place some vinegar onto a kitchen towel and wipe out your bowl, your whisk and any other utensils you will be using. Now this is a really important step to ensure that there are no traces of fat present. If there are any traces of fat present when you whip your meringue, you will have problems trying to get that meringue whipped up. Add your egg whites to the bowl, along with the sugar. Use a whisk just to stir the egg whites and the sugar together. Have a pot ready with a small amount of boiling water. Place your bowl over the pot with the boiling water. Make sure that the boiling water is not touching the bottom of your bowl. This method is called a bain-marie. Make sure to keep stirring. We are not trying to cook the egg whites, but sterilize them to a temperature of about 160 degrees and also melt the sugar. It is important that the sugar is fully dissolved. If it's not, then it will result in your buttercream being very gritty. The mixture will be very hot, but you can carefully test by rubbing the mixture between your fingers to ensure that the sugar has been fully dissolved. Add your bowl to your stand mixer. Start the speed on slow and then gradually increasing to full speed. The meringue needs to whisk to stiff peak stage, so keep going until you reach this. You will know when you've reached stiff peak when the meringue on the whisk stands straight up and does not fall over when you turn the whisk upright. The other method, if your meringue is mixed to stiff peaks, is to take the bowl and turn it upside down. If it's done correctly, the meringue will stay firmly in the bowl. You also want your meringue at this stage to be cool. If it's still too warm, it can be placed in the fridge for a few minutes to cool down before moving to the next stage. Again, another important step, change out the whisk attachment for the paddle attachment. This is to ensure that we do not beat too much air into our buttercream. Do not be tempted to add all of that butter in at once. This is where the importance of the cubes of butter come in. Now, gradually add the cubes of butter individually, one by one, ensuring that each cube of butter has been well incorporated before adding the next cube. Adding all of the butter in all at once could result in a soupy mess, and although this can be saved, let's try and avoid that. If you are using the vegetable fat, add it in at this stage. This just further helps to stabilize the buttercream, especially if you are in a hotter climate. Then add the salt and the vanilla extract and make sure that they are both well mixed into your buttercream. Then finally, mix your buttercream at full speed for up to 10 minutes to make sure it's lovely and fluffy. The end result will be soft, pillowy, fluffy buttercream ready to be piped onto your cupcakes or spread onto your cakes. Now, all buttercream will be yellow because of the butter. Now, we can use purple, and I know this sounds very strange, but purple basically counteracts against the yellow, but it's only a small amount of purple that you will need to use. You're not looking to make your buttercream lilac. And then you will use some white colour paste just to lift that colour slightly. Now this is really good to be done if you need the foundation of your buttercream to be lighter in colour. Here you can see what the buttercream was like previously with the yellow colour, and here you can also see what the buttercream was like afterwards when I added the purple and the white. It's definitely lighter and brighter in colour. So just so that you can see how lovely this buttercream pipes, I've coloured up some buttercream in purple and left some in the white colour and also in green, and just done a number of swirls, a larger size swirl. I'm using an open star tip, a large open star tip and a small open star tip, and just done lots of swirls, and also used a leaf nozzle for the green just to do some leaves so that it looks like just like bunches of roses on top of the cupcake. It's really beautiful to work with and really smooth. I hope you really enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about making Swiss Meringue Buttercream, then please place them in the comments below and I will definitely answer them. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and if you make this Swiss Meringue Buttercream, I'd love to see your creations. Just do #AriseCakeCreations over on Instagram, or send your work over to Facebook so that I can see what you have done. Please remember to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can receive all updates from me. Thanks for watching. See you soon.